Hello, everybody, and welcome to the June 2012 Kula Yoga Shala teacher feature. This month we are here with Laura Pittman, and a little bit out of the box because historically we've been doing, interviewing kind of traditional yoga asana teachers, and one of the things that we really try to bring to the community of Kula is some of the non-traditional things and the different things and different ways of exploring yourself and your spirituality. And every week we hold a beautiful ritual that's centered around the breath, and it takes place on Friday evenings at 7:30, and we call it Into the Deep, and it's led by Laura, and she's here to talk a little bit more about the practice and what you can anticipate, and invite you to come try something a little bit different, and just by firsthand experience, so powerful and transformative, and highly recommend that if you haven't had this experience that you give it a shot. So thank you so much, Laura, for taking the time out. And do you want to tell everybody just a little bit about maybe just a description of the practice, and then also like how you personally came to this, and what it means for you to be teaching it, and just to get a sense of what it's all about.
Sure. Well, I call it Into the Deep because it's one of the best ways to take like a self-healing journey within, so that it totally frees your mind, totally takes you out of mind and just completely into your heart. It's just the most amazingly satisfying, blissful, pleasurable experience you could possibly imagine. A lot of people that come into it bring a lot of expectation that it's going to be hard work or painful, and actually the more blissful a situation we can create, the more beautiful experience you'll have and the deeper you can go. So it's just a beautiful, one of the many beautiful tools we have at Kula Yoga for personal development, and just getting in touch with your soul, getting in touch with who you really are. Completely in the depths of this breath, your mask just falls away and your heart just opens to the divinity that you really are, and it's probably the closest you'll get to an enlightenment experience without actually having one. So I guess what brought me into it was I'm just seeking, like we all are, not satisfied, not peaceful, very unhappy with the way my life was, and I was just searching like everybody else for tools to, self-improve, as I used to call it. But, and so I fell into this by accident in a chakra workshop, and I had the most profound experience of divine union that I've probably had before or since, and I've been doing it every 2 weeks ever since, at least. And I do it like every day now, pretty much. But it's just a tool for the toolbox, and no matter what else you're doing in your life to bring yourself closer to wherever it is you think you want to go, this just ramps it up exponentially. Whatever your spiritual practice may be, it'll take it, to the power of 10. So it's just, I can't even think of enough. I can't think of words.
Yeah, it is beyond words. So then, how does it work, just in terms of if people are wondering, so am I sitting up, am I standing, am I doing like Ujjayi breath, am I,
Right.
What's it all about? How does
The
it work?
practical matters of the breath are this.
Yeah.
You'll lie down for an hour, and you'll breathe in this particular technique that I'm calling conscious connected breath work. And by that I mean circular, so that your in and your out breaths touch. So you'll lie down for an hour, and I will train you and lead you into this technique and breathe with you the entire hour. And at the end, we'll take about 15 or 20 minutes to come back into your body. And then there'll be a beautiful time of sharing. Because as you breathe, you're breathing as, one organism. And so what you had in your breath, will be the same for your brother or your sister, and it's just a beautiful time of communion at the end. but it takes about 2.5 hours, and the breath, it looks something like this. There's no real efforting. The only thing you're really doing is taking the pause out of the bottom of your breath.
Mm-hmm. So it just keeps kind of recycling the breath over and over and over again. Right?
Yeah. And as you do so, your superconscious mind and your subconscious mind can integrate and communicate, and such incredible self-healing can occur that I like to say that about a year's worth of talk therapy can get done in one session.
Yeah, I'm still astounded by my experience with it. I think it's one of the most powerful things I've ever done, and it's just amazing how healing it is, and how accelerated it is for people to just directly touch into the deeper constructs of their consciousness, whereas sometimes it feels like you're just going against the grain. This is like the fast track, it just really does take you there, which I would say does require then some level of sincerity in the practice, maybe some comfort in going into those spaces, because I could imagine it could be a little unsettling for somebody if they haven't really done any inner work.
I would definitely say that there has to be a willingness to have a level of discomfort, just emotional discomfort, because as you touch into all that subconscious material, lots of past stuff is going to come up for healing, and as long as you're willing to ride the breath and let it rise with the breath and flow out with the breath, the discomfort is very minimal. It's when you resist that you might feel some true pain.
Right. Powerful. Yeah, and the sharing at the end seemed like such a crucial part to really integrate and to connect with people, and to hear each person's journey. It felt so special to be able to, just hear each person talk about what the experience held for them.
There's such a level of intimacy at the end. It's really, you've created such a sacred space by that point that most of us don't share at that level most of the time.
Yeah, it's such a blessing for our community, so thank you so much for bringing it here, and so we have this tremendous gift. And
thank you.
I know you're blessed because actually in this video, you'll see when you watch it, but there's a little Buddha behind you, and it looks like he's just sitting on your shoulder. It's awesome. Yeah.
I needed him.
Great. Well, thank you so much, Laura, and namaste.